All right, that is Australian punk group The Celibate Rifles with Back in the Red off their self-titled album, also known as Five Languages, because it depicts their name in French, Arabic, English, Chinese, and Spanish. Never heard those guys before, but I was just looking for some punk music that came out in 1984, because we have two songs from 1984 today from the Butthole Surfers. It's the first time I've ever heard it. Hopefully it's the first time you've heard it too, and hopefully you liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 69 of the Butthole Surfers tournament, which is a fun thing to say. If you're not sure what a Butthole Surfers tournament is, basically we took every single track from the Butthole Surfers, threw them into a single elimination style tournament, and then we're just running through in head-to-head battles until we figure out which song is the very best song the Butthole Surfers ever wrote and put on an album. We are not checking things that didn't make it to an album. I'm not doing bootlegs, and I'm not doing live tracks. So if you want to cover those things, you're gonna have to do them yourself. Today for the Butthole Surfers, we have two tracks off their very first album, their debut LP from 1984, titled "Psychic, Powerless, Another Man's Sack." First up, we have track 11 off of that album called "Gary Floyd," and that's actually the very last song on the debut album. It was written for Gary Floyd, the lead singer of the Dicks, who the Butthole Surfers frequently played with. So this is a song for one of their friends, basically. And that's going up against "Eye of the Chicken," which is track 2 off of their debut LP. And one interesting note on this, actually, from Genius.com, is that they've never played this song live. So this song has been out for going on 40 years. 38 years, and they've never played it live in all that time. If they're still together and they're watching, Butthole Surfers, I don't know what this song sounds like, but I need you to play it live. For me. Well, that'll never work. Let's get started. First up, we have Gary Floyd. Oh, and these are two very short songs today. We have got under 4 minutes of music. Wildly different from yesterday. It's like a third of the music. It's literally a third of the music. First up is Gary Floyd.
Stone angel by the swimming pool in a two-piece hole, and I lost my cool. Well, I was cool. The things I do and say, hey, well, the color's brown and it's coming down. I feel my head go round and 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 round. Well, Gary Floyd and all his pals are gonna come on down from the ground around. They're gonna shit on you.
That was short but sweet. Definitely had a very 80s like hardcore punk sound with some Texas edge in there. And definitely had a kind of like, I mean, he had kind of like that Texan sound to the vocals too, talking about shooting his gun and he's got a gun and he's got a knife if he don't got a gun. And then also he's talking about someone in a two-piece that made him lose his cool and the color brown is coming down. I don't know if he pooped himself or what. Pretty funny song though, just like early Butthole Surfers should be. Nice and short. I liked it. I didn't love it. Let's see how Eye of the Chicken is.
Checking my brother's diapers. Knowing that I did, even though my mother threw furniture at me, even right till my
And one interesting credit on this, actually, or one interesting note on this. That was a fun track, too. Definitely some funny lyrics, like the first thing, I can't believe I'm talking about the champagne that I vomited when I was checking my brother's diapers. It's a weird line. It's lines you wouldn't think he would say, and that's why you can't believe he's talking about it. Not much to the lyrics, but it was pretty fun. I like the vocal effect they had going on there, too. And I kind of like the rhythm a bit better, too. It kind of had a lot more experimental sound to it. There's actually a song that came out, like, way later, probably like 20 years later almost, called United States of Whatever by Liam Lynch. And for some reason, the rhythm really reminds me of that song. So if you've heard that song, you know what I'm talking about. But it has like just the... like they're playing the music, you know, and it kind of has that rhythm, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's similar to that anyway. And then he has the spoken word parts, like, and then this chick comes up to me, and she's all like, hey, aren't you that dude? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then he does that a bunch, basically, and then every time he goes, yeah, whatever, goes da-da-da-da-da, starts rocking out a bit. It's been a while since I heard that, but that's what it had me thinking of for some reason. Like, the voice isn't similar at all. It's just like the way that the song was formulated, basically, made me think of that. And I've always been kind of a fan of that style, like where you're just kind of like rocking out, and then you stop for a second and say a couple phrases, a couple things real quick, and then you just go back to rocking out. And Gary Floyd was pretty by the numbers, really, for punk rock. Like, definitely sounds like a Texas punk rock song. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's a pretty good song. But I think this time I'm going to give it to Eye of the Chicken, even though it's a shorter song, and it probably won't go terribly far in the tournament. It just had a lot more innovation thrown into that minute and a half. I felt like more engaged, basically, for that minute and a half than I did for the Gary Floyd song. Sorry for the lead singer of the Dicks, but the song the Butthole Surfers made for you is not as good as Eye of the Chicken, for me anyway, personally. We could talk about it, though. Hit me up on social media, Gary Floyd. I mean, Gary, if you want to talk about it, you can hit me up. We'll talk about it on Instagram. I've got Facebook. We've got Twitter. All those social medias. Be sure, though, while you're checking us out on social media, you check out our TikTok as well. And you vote which song you thought was better while you're on Instagram, especially if you're Gary. I do link the songs down below, so you can check them out if you'd like to independently. You can also go back and listen to that song by the Celibate Rifles if you'd like to. That's a group I'd like to check out a bit more. They're a little bit harder to find, but it was definitely worth tracking that song down. I mean, that song was easy to find. It's like I can't find the album that song was off of. That's the hard part. But I did find their Greatest Hits album, which has that song at least on it. Also, we have a Cash App, so feel free to hit us up on the handle down below for the Cash App. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do there is totally cool. Just don't take cash out of there. Can you do that? Sure. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you like this kind of content and you want to see some more music tournaments. We're going to have Butthole Surfers over in a little over 2 months, and then Who knows what's coming after that? I do, but you guys don't yet. We'll find out soon. Share the video with your friends and family, and share it with your neighbors as well. I don't know if you're a part of a neighborhood watch program, but if you are, maybe present this in the next meeting as kind of a way to make the neighborhood safer. I just think these videos are really good for that, and I have no reason to think that. Comment down below with which of these two songs you would have chosen if you were in the hot seat today. And that's it for Butthole Surfers today. I hope you all have a wonderful night, a fantastic afternoon, and a decent morning. I'll see y'all in a little bit for a Beatles video. We've got two great songs going head to head right up next. See you there. I'm wondering... don't make your own tournament. My tournament's the only one. Everybody love me. Love me. Hey, not sure where they put that. We've got two tracks from their... I'll see y'all in just a little bit for some Butthole Surfers videos. Wait.